Zone go on, Sam.
When will this one go on? He's saying. He's just ruined my video. No, he hasn't. Right, this is Mark Pitsmoor Owl. This is going up tonight, mate.
All right, mate.
So, the view there was Longley. Longley in Sheffield. I'm in Sheffield, my old stomping ground. This is Mark Pitsmoor Owl. Pitsmoor, place in Sheffield where he first lived. That's why that's in there. And Owl as a Sheffield Wednesday fan. Boo.
I'm not saying
My uncle used to take me to Bramall Lane, see Sheffield United. We're all good in the hood. Right. This is a thing I want to do, guys. Some of you lads that have been locked up by myself, ex-prisoners, ex-cons, ex-customers, you know, if you fancy coming in the van, realporridge@outlook.com. Like I said, this lad's story will be going up in 2 parts. I'm going to put them up together. I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, or Wednesday, Thursday of next week. So today, 20 questions. Ex-screw, ex-con. I don't want him to think about them. I don't want long answers. I'm going to see how we go. So in answer to his question, when he rudely interrupted my introduction, it's going up tonight, this, mate.
All right, mate, no problem.
Probably can't read my own writing. I haven't bought my glasses. Don't be looking. So,
You might need subtitles.
yeah. Ex-screw, ex-con. 20 questions. I've got 150 questions. Yeah. We will be picking at random. Just 20 today. I'll shut that. You can open yours if you want. Let a bit of fresh air in. I'll cut out the road traffic. Don't think about these too much. No, that's the handle there. Pull that and push.
No, we're trying to window, bro.
Okay, now.
I'm trying to window, Sam.
Sheffield Wednesday fan, eh?
Right.
Right.
Let's get to these questions.
Do not think about them. Yeah?
Yep.
I don't need them in length. Away we go. How easy or difficult was it for you to fall into a life of crime?
My circumstances, it were easy, I'd say.
That'll do.
Short
You're
and
gonna-
sweet.
Short and sweet. You're going to be telling your story, aren't you?
Yep.
What damage have you caused to your closest?
Oh, lots. Lots of damage.
Do you think that is something that people don't consider at the time?
Don't think about consequences. Don't think about... I didn't think of consequences, Sam, to be honest. And didn't think about getting caught, if I'm being honest with you.
That's good enough, mate. If you could turn back the clock, where exactly would you go to?
Could turn back clock. It's an odd one, that, bro.
Don't think about it too much.
From when I was at... Say I hated school, but maybe from when I was at school.
Do you wish you'd have had your head down more at school?
I wish I'd have got an education.
Right, okay, that's a good answer. What turned you to crime?
100% knocking around with people that were older than me.
Are you blaming them?
Nah. No, none whatsoever.
You take
All
responsibility?
Me. All me, Sam.
Okay, that's good enough. Some of these questions are a bit subjective, yeah, but just, you know, the idea is just to make you think a little bit, but not too hard. Where do you think you'd be now without crime?
Without crime? Nah. I don't know. Can you enlighten on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I'll help you out. Next question. What would be, or what would have been your chosen career? Or what did you want to become?
When I was little and that, I always wanted to be either a boxer or a football player, to be honest with you.
There you go, that's good enough. Can you fight?
Well, I'm 45 in like 11th of August, so I'm getting a little bit old now, but
Yeah,
I can look after myself.
We're known as a bit of a scrapper.
Yeah, I'd say
So
so,
boxing would have probably been a better option, because I can't see you being a footballer, mate.
You haven't seen me.
Although with that haircut then, it's possible. Right, leave it there. Right now, again, don't think about it too much. 3 wishes.
That your mum and dad were still alive.
Great one.
That my daughters were never took out of your life.
Another great one.
And that all my loved ones and my son does well and doesn't go down the path I went down.
Well, you can help them with that, can't you?
100%.
Good answers, mate.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in life you will give credit to for helping you?
Yeah, my mum, obviously. My partner, who I'm with now.
Yep.
Social workers I've had when I
Good.
was younger.
I'm happy for that, because you know what, they get a bad press. So anyone who's got anyone, youth workers, anything like that? No?
No, just people when I was in Lim Lane. Do you know what I explained to you before?
Yeah, in your story. Just say quickly what Lim Lane is.
It's a children's home in Door in Sheffield.
Residential.
Residential, yeah.
Good enough, mate. One regret.
Doing the robbery what put me behind bars for 5 years.
Good enough. Does going to prison make you a better or worse criminal? Whichever way you want to look at that, because again, that's subjective, isn't it?
I learned, you know, when I did that sentence, Sam, it
Yep.
was too long because I ended up doing 4 years, 9 months out of 5 years because I got recalled 3 times for personal matters. Basically, I think it's all down to you if you want to change. So does it make you a better criminal if you want to be a better criminal? Yeah, but
Good
also
answer.
if you want to change, I think it also wants you to.
Did it make you think?
It made me not want to go back in there again, but because of circumstances, when I come out, I unfortunately did.
Okay, that's good enough. That's good enough. Right, are you a smoker?
Yes.
So if you went into prison now with a no smoking ban, what would you think about that? Would you have trouble with that?
I've been out of prison since what? I got out sentence 2002. I got out 07. Yeah. So I've been out of trouble now for. I mean, Jesus, that's a long time, isn't it?
It's a while, yeah.
Yeah,
We don't need to do the maths.
What? So you can't smoke in prison now?
No, there's been a banning for a good few years now. About
Yeah, but can't you smoke them
260.
little machines?
They give you alternative. You know, you can have patches and all that, but there's no actual tobacco.
No, what them
Yeah.
things? What you put in? Nah. You know what I'm saying, don't you?
No, I've never smoked. I don't know what you're on
No,
about.
did
Just
you like
listen to me
these?
now. There is tobacco in prison. It's expensive and you can get in debt. But it would have been a problem for you not smoking.
Oh,
Have
definitely.
you tried to stop in your life?
Definitely. No, I've never tried to stop. I
Right.
enjoy smoking when I get stressed.
Next one. Have you ever tried spice?
Once, yeah. But
And was that enough?
yeah, but I didn't know it was spice. Someone gave it me, and after and I didn't enjoy it. And I won't ever take it again.
Right. That's a good answer. Okay. Did any prison staff ever help you for better or for worse?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Anyone come to mind?
yeah. I was in Morelands, which is in Doncaster, innit?
Yep.
At Morelands closed. There was one. He was called Mr. Blow, and
Was he a good guy?
yeah, he was a good guy. Yeah, he tried to get me parole, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. So.
That's good enough. Was there anyone who you particularly disliked?
Yeah, there was an officer called Mr. Baggett. He assaulted me when I couldn't defend myself in summer 2004.
Okay, let's leave it at that, shall we?
Yeah, Mr. Baggett his name were. I'll just give him a shout out there. Horrible bastard he were.
Which sentence was the hardest?
Uh,
The first or the last?
both, because my first one I was 14. When I got out to change law to 15, I got 3 months.
Yeah, but it didn't put you off, did it?
No, the second one 5 years. I'd say 5 years.
Just for the length of time and what it cost you.
And when I got out, the changes.
Did you ever make a conscious decision? I know you started your criminality when you were young. To change for better or for worse? Was there a point you can think, yeah, this is me, I'm going to do robberies, or, you know?
No, it was just basically, it's happened, I got myself a cocaine habit, so I think a lot of my offending when I was
So
younger,
was it a money issue, buying the coke, that
definitely.
led you to more
Yes,
crime?
Sam. Yes, Sam.
Right, okay.
Yes.
That's good enough. Scariest moment in prison? Nothing spring to mind?
I had a few fights in there, but not to really write home about.
Okay. Best moment?
Best moment. Oh, it's best moment. Probably winning to father side.
What about finishing your sentence and getting out?
Oh, well, yeah, that's obvious, that, innit? Yeah, that goes without saying, Sam, done it, mate.
Yeah. So, did you plan your life? We've already said about regrets. Any plans ever, or have you just? It's just come along and it's happened.
No, I just live life day to day, me, Sam. I don't really plan ahead. Still, yes. I think that's from what happened with my mum and dad. You know, losing them in a short space of time.
Yep.
It made me realise just how unpredictable life is, that we might not always get tomorrow.
Very same. I told you already, my mum died very young, you know, just for my 21st birthday. She was 38. Me, live life to the full. One life. You never know when you're going. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And you look well and old, mate, for 60, by the way.
I'm not 60 yet, mate. Next November, okay? But I appreciate the sentiment. Were you treated with respect and dignity in prison?
Yeah. Prison's like, it's an immature place. It's a little bit like school. You get good officers, good teachers, bad officers, bad teachers.
I always said I couldn't do a long sentence, no stimulation, no decent conversation.
But you haven't got a choice though, mate, have you?
No. Well, if you've got a long sentence, choice is yours.
No, but I'm saying...
Yep, I know exactly what you're saying.
That sentence hurt me, you know. I'm not one of these what big it up. I always say to people, listen, it's a mug's game. Do you know what I mean? Which is a mug's game.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a mug's game. And people in there are people what can't angle their lives. A lot of them's got drug problems, but there's a lot of sad things in prison. And then when you get out and you've been away for a long time, Sam, I found it hard, mate, because things have changed. I hear a lot, like camera phones.
Well, so you're looking at 5 years, things have changed. Imagine these people who are doing, you know.
I don't know if I could do a life sentence, mate, to be honest.
Okay. Well, hopefully you won't have to, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Because I think before I act now, Sam.
What could have stopped you going down that route, the life of crime, if anything?
I think not having a dad was a massive thing in my life, Sam, to be honest with you, yeah. And listen, I'm not going to blame my dad, but
we've got that in your story. So we have this, right? So I grew up without Tony. That's my dad. We don't call him dad because dads are people who look after you, aren't they? And they're for you. Do you think that is a big issue nowadays?
Definitely. I think to grow up with an adult, an adult with a father figure in the house is a big thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's why I always do my best to try and say things to my son, you know, to father my son.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that he won't ever have to go through what I've gone through.
Good answer. And last one. Was prison good to you? And without it, would you have been where you are now?
Prison weren't good to me, no.
But
No.
did it teach you a lesson?
Oh, it taught me a big lesson.
And when you got out, you know, did you sort of think, that's it, I'm never going again?
The last time when I got out, when I had no license,
Yeah.
because when you get out and you're on license, it's hard because you can get recalled for anything.
Of course you can.
Like I did, I tried to see my daughters and I had to go back for a year because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when I got out in 07 and all the 5 were done and I went on license, I thought it's not as easy now to put me back in, dude. I made a conscious decision to change my life, and I have done.
So you pretty much got out. If you don't understand that, guys, this is a parting shot. When they're on license, prisoners, probation, etc., authorities like people out on license so they can monitor them, even though they're not monitoring them. You know, Mark Pitsmoor Owl can go from a robbery to probation. It's not monitoring nothing. However, on licence, they have to keep in touch with authorities and probation. He finished his sentence, did his full sentence, no licence. When you get out, you're free, as it were.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
And last question, 2 questions, it's not on here. Did your current missus keep you on the straight and narrow then? When you met her, was that life-changing?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. But I also made the decision myself, do you know what I mean, that I've done with prison, I've done with crime. I'm a, you know what I mean, I'm a humble guy now, and I just...
Humble is what I always tell people. Advice going into prison as officers, yeah? Be humble.
Definitely.
You know, you can't command respect. You have to give people something. You have to give them a bit of trust. It's up to them to break that trust. But humble is a very, very good quality, I think. And final question. We kept it clean. No swearing. Yeah? Did you have sex in prison?
Only with my right hand.
Right answer. Okay, that's Mark Pitsmoor Owl. First 20 questions. I've got loads of questions, guys. If you'd like to come and be interviewed, you don't have to have been to prison. I have live questions for people. If you've got a story, again, you don't have to have been to prison. You don't have to have had a criminal history. If you've got a story, get in touch with the channel. realporridge@outlook.com. Mark Pitsmoor Owl.
Cheers, Sam.
Full story, 2 parts. I'm thinking Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that.
Cheers, Sam.
All the best, guys. Al City. Last
Ciao.
words?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and if it's all about...
Right, that's it. I've had enough.